Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in this session, we'll see Azure DevOps interview questions. Let's go ahead and see the first question. So what is Azure DevOps? Azure DevOps, also known as ADO or Azure DevOps Server, is a Microsoft product that provides the capability of version control, requirements or story management, project management, automated builds, testing, and deployments. It provides an automated way to set up CI/CD pipelines. It provides an end-to-end solution to implement best DevOps practices. So, next question is list of some of famous tools of DevOps: Jenkins, Travis CI, Bamboo, Hudson, TeamCity, Circle CI, Jira, Slack, Zoom, Clarizen, Asana, SVN, Git, Bitbucket, and GitHub. Let's go to the third question. So, why use DevOps? Traditional software development always had a slow code deployment time after completion of development, and oftentimes the development team and the operation team or deployment team would get into arguments regarding its status, blaming the server or the code for the issues. So this is where DevOps enter with a solution. So as a candidate, you might find this common Azure DevOps interview question. DevOps enables business to deliver smaller features to clients quickly and efficiently. DevOps provides seamless software delivery. Next question is, how does DevOps work? So DevOps is the process of operations and development engineers who work in collaboration in a complete project lifecycle, from the design and the development of the product to the releases and the support. Starting from designing and development to testing, automation, and from continuous integration to continuous delivery, the team works together achieve the desired goal. People having both development and operation skill sets working together and use various tools for CI/CD and monitoring to respond quickly to customer needs and fix the issues and bugs. Next question is, mention various phases of DevOps. The given below are the different phases of DevOps. The first one is plan. Plan is essential for any application which requires the development preparing plan for the process of development is the best practices. Code. The code of application is designed according to the needs of users. Build. With the help of different codes that are generated in earlier steps, the build of the application created. Test. Test plays an essential role in the development of its application, which helps to test the application and it rebuild the application whenever it's required. Integrate. It's used to collaborate the various codes which are from multiple programs. Deploy. It helps for the future use by forming the environment of a cloud from the deployed clouds, and it maintains continuous functioning even though the new changes take place in the website with a high traffic. Operate. So when it's necessary, operations take place on a code. Monitor. For the customer needs, the performance of the application is monitored. The next question is, so what are all the advantages of Azure DevOps? The given below are some of the important advantages of the Azure DevOps. The first one, it delivers the software continuously. It simplifies the solution problem which are complex. It defines the problem quickly and solves them with a high speed. Next one is, it is also used for quick feature support. It maintains a secure programming of operating environment. It is used to develop the collaboration of the various teams. These are all some of the advantages of Azure DevOps. Next question is, describe about Azure DevOps. It's a new version of Microsoft VSTS. It's used for the project planning by using the templates and the tools of Azure. Its functionality helps to manage and run the plans of the test. It is also used for the solution deployment through various platforms to leverage the pipelines. It provides a CI/CD quick deployment. Next question is, define Azure boards. It is DevOps service which is used to manage the projects of software. It offers various sets of abilities like dashboards, reporting, Scrum, and Kanban. Its essential feature contains queries, backlogs, sprints, dashboards, and work items. The next item is, describe about Azure repos. It is a system version control which is used for code management and the various version of by using the lifecycle of the development. It's also used to track the changes for the code through various teams. Its clear list of changes may be used for coordination between teams and collaboration changes for the future use. So one of the essential features of its centralized version control and the distributed version control. JIT is an example for distributed version control. TFVC is an example for centralized version control. The next question is, so what are all Azure pipelines? Azure pipeline is a service that can be used to automatically develop and test code projects. It is on the Azure cloud and can work with most projects type and languages. As a result, it provides improvements in code project availability to other user. It is one of the essential Azure cloud services with which we can build and test a project's code automatically. It works productively with the help of major languages and type of the projects. It shares the project code with the other customers also. Next question is explain the test plans of Azure. There uh, Azure DevOps services which offer solution for test management. It offers the essential abilities, exploratory testing, customer testing, plant testing manually. It maintains an extensive browser which offers testing exploration along with the stakeholders feedback storage. The essential technique like testing exploration and manuals are required for the product development. They are the reason for testing automation. Let's move to the next question. Next question is mention some important components of Azure DevOps integrating and the Bitbucket. Answer for this question represents the relationship between the hosted agent and the service of external JIT. Its continuous integration and continuous deployment is congruent through the GitHub and the server of JIT, such as bit of bucket. And instead of transmitting the complete GitLab project, it's used for external repository connection to get the advantages of its continuous integration and the continuous development. Let's move to the next question. So what are all the different types of DevOps solution architectures? So multiple tools and technologies can be leveraged with Azure to design solution architects for the below DevOps scenarios. So first one is CI/CD for Azure VMs, CI/CD for Azure WebOps, so CI/CD for containers, so DevTest image factory. So using web apps and Jenkins for Java CI/CD, using Jenkins and Terraform on Azure Virtual Architecture for immutable infrastructure CI/CD. So using Jenkins and Kubernetes on Azure Kubernetes service for container CI/CD. Let's move on to the next question. So what are all the reason to use CI and CD and Azure pipelines? So make sure to go through this question as it's one of the important interview questions. And implementing CI/CD pipelines ensure the quality and reliable code. So let's see this. Azure pipeline provides a secure, easy, and a quick approach to automating the process for project development and their availability. Additionally, they are completely free for use in public projects and cost free effectively for private ones. And it's free for 30 hours of pipeline job monthly. So below are a few reasons for CI/CD and Azure pipelines. Supports any platform or languages. Enables work with open source project. Building on Windows, Mac, and Linux machines. So enables simultaneous deployment for various steps of target. So integration with GitHub and Azure deployments. The next question is, so what should you do to make a NuGet package available to anonymous users outside of your organization alongside minimizing the number of publication points? The answer is the introduction of a new feed for the packages that are hosted in Azure artifacts find storage in feed. Sharing packages with a higher scalability and according to the requirements can be ensured by setting up permissions on the feed. So these multiple feedbacks enable control of access to the packages across 4 levels. So these 4 levels are just like this. So owners, readers, contributors, and collaborators. Let's move to the next question. So how can you enable communication between members of the development team working in different locations around the world using Azure DevOps? For such an application, the isolation of members for different projects teams into the different communication channels is the first criterion. Additionally, maintaining communication history in the concerned channel is necessary. It is also important for the application to effectively integrate with Azure DevOps and give the ability to add external suppliers and the contractors to projects. Microsoft Teams addresses these requirements by offering the right capabilities. Classifying teams allows the creation of different channels by user for the organization of communication according to the topic. So every channel can include a few thousands of users. Microsoft Teams provides guest access features that allows the invitation of the external people to join internal channels for the purpose of meetings, file sharing, and messaging. So it helps a B2B project management and also can directly integrate with the Azure DevOps. Let's move on to the next question. So which features can be used for the development of multiple multi-tier application using Azure App Service, Web Apps as the front end, and the Azure SQL Database as the back end. So appropriate option in this case is application map in Azure Application Insights. This is because of it helps identifying the performance bottlenecks as well as the failure hotspots in the different components of the multi-tier applications. Application components and the related dependencies are represented by the nodes on the map. So furthermore, it's also capable of providing the status for health KPI and alerts. Let's move on to the next question. So what can you do to improve the quality of the code if there are many unused variables and empty cache blocks? So selecting run PMD in a Maven build task will do this trick. So PMD is a source code analyzer that is capable of identifying common programming errors like unnecessary object creation, unused variables, and empty code flags. So an Apache Maven PMD plugin will automatically run the tool on a project source code, and that detail the code errors results are provided on the site report. Let's move on to the next question. So what are all the necessary components for the integration of Azure DevOps and the Bitbucket? So this would require self-hosted agent and an external JIT service connection. GitLab CI/CD compatible with the GitHub and JIT servers like Bitbucket. Instead of moving an entire project to GitLab, one can connect the external repository and make use of the benefits of the GitLab CI/CD. Next question is explain pair programming with reference to DevOps. Pair programming is an engineering practice of extreme programming rules. It involves two programmers working on the same system and on the same design or code or algorithm. One program acts as the driver and another one acts as observer for the continuously monitoring the progress of the project and identifying the problems. The roles can be removed at any given point of time without prior intimation. The next question is, so what is infrastructure configuration? Which tools are used for infrastructure configuration? So in today's fast and competitive market, many companies demand faster deployment process and infrastructure configuration. So treating infrastructure as a manager and process such as version control, continuous integration, the deployment and the automated testing will make infrastructure changes more rapidly and reliable. For the following are the most popular tools in infrastructure configuration. First one is of Chef, second one is a Puppet, the third one is a Ansible. Next, move on to the next question. So what is continuous testing? What is the use of test automation in DevOps? So DevOps is not about jobs or tools. It's about people, culture, and the automation. So the implement DevOps continuous testing plays a very important role where writing scripts for software testing and make it to auto executable so that we can automate the testing and do the frequent releases using the delivery pipelines. So we have to write the unit testing to achieve the continuous testing. Let's go to the next question. So which tools are useful for continuous testing? For test automation, there are many open source tools are available for following or few of the names: Selenium, JMeter, JUnit, AntUnit, Cucumber, Soap UI, Tricentis, Tosca. So these are all some of the tools are available for continuous testing. Let's move on to the next question. So what is continuous monitoring? So DevOps and Agile are all about inspection and adoption to make continuous improvement in our process. And for that, we must have to monitor continuously the process, application performance, and the infrastructures. So by doing the continuous influence monitoring, we can visualize the process and get the early alerts in real time. By analyzing the data, we can take decision wisely and adopt the things and the process that best suits for the business. Let's move on to the next question. Which tools are useful for continuous monitoring? For continuous monitoring, Nagios, Sysdig, and Jabix are the famous open source tools are available in the market. So infrastructure as code, so it's called as ISC. Vendors like Amazon, Google, and Google have tools like AWS CloudWatch and the Stackdriver. And also New Relic is a good option for continuous monitoring. Let's go on to the next question. So what is a container and what containers Azure DevOps support? The container will provide a way to package your software code and its configurations, packages and its dependencies into a single unit or object. We can have multiple containers that run on same machine and share the operating system with the other containers so that we can run anywhere fast and reliable and the consistent deployments. The next one is Azure DevOps has the following container support. It has Docker, ASP.NET with containers, Azure Kubernetes services, Azure Services Fabric applications with a Docker support. Let's move to the next question. What is Azure DevOps? So what is the difference between Azure DevOps and the VSTS Online? So Microsoft Visual Studio Team Services, not known as Azure DevOps, having excellent application lifecycle management tool. We can plan a project with agile tools and templates and manage and run the test plans. Version control source code and manages the branches, deploy the solution across the platform using Azure pipelines. So by implementing continuous integration and continuous deployment, you can achieve all those things. So let's move to the next question. So what are all Azure DevOps artifacts? Azure DevOps artifacts allows you to create and share NPM. NuGet and Maven packages feeds from private and public sources with a team. Azure Artifacts has a capability to manage all types of packages like NPM, NuGet, Maven, etc. You can easily add fully integrated package management to your continuous integration, continuous delivery, CI/CD pipelines with a single click or a via ARM functionality. You can just check it out. Like there is a Azure Artifacts, so you can just go ahead and just check more for more details on these things. And let's move to the next question. Present one example of the use of DevOps in real life. Various industries are using DevOps, thereby leading to a vast number of use cases that can serve as a responses here. However, here's an example of ETSY, a peer-to-peer e-commerce website focusing on handmade or vintage products and supplies. ETSY had to face issues with the slow and stressful site updates that led to frequent downtimes. So as a result, millions of seekers on ETSY's marketplace lost sales to their competition. So ETSY took a step away from the traditional waterfall model towards the DevOps. Now it employs a complete automated deployment pipeline along with a proven continuous delivery practices, leading to over 50 deployment daily. The best thing about ETSY use case is that it does not experience frequent distribution like disruptions with the deployment after adopting DevOps. So that is one of the best example you can just provide it when it comes to real life in DevOps by using the DevOps. The next question is, so what are all the popular DevOps tools for continuous integration and continuous deployment? The notable DevOps tools for continuous integration include Jenkins, GitLab, CI, TeamCity, Bamboo, CodeShip, Circle CI, and Travis CI. The popular DevOps tools for continuous deployment includes Azure Pipelines for deployments, Jenkins, Bamboo, Deploybot, Shippable, Electric Flow, and the TeamCity. Let's move to the next question. So what should you do to make a NuGet package available to anonymous users outside your organization alongside minimizing the number of application points? The solution to this question is a creation of a new feed for the packages hosted in the Azure Artifacts find solution storage into feed. Setting up permissions on the feed enables sharing packages with a higher scalability according to the scenarios requirements. The multiple feeds on Azure Artifacts help to controlling access to packages across 4 levels of access. The 4 levels access are owners, readers, contributors, and collaborators. Let's move on to the next question. So what role recommendation would you provide an application enabling communication within a member of the deployment team working in a different location around the world using the DevOps? This is one of the questions. So we already seen that. So we can just read out like once more time. The foremost criteria for such an application would be the faculty facility of isolation of members of different project teams into different communication channels. In addition, you should also maintain a history of communication in the concerned channels. Furthermore, the application should integrate effectively with Azure DevOps and provide the ability to add external contractors and suppliers to projects. Microsoft Teams offers right capability to address these needs. Classification of different teams allows user to create a different channels for organizing communication according to the topic. Every channel could include a few users or even thousands of users. The guest access features in the Microsoft team provides the capability of inviting external people to join internal channels for file sharing, messaging, and meetings. The features helps in providing business to project management, and Microsoft Teams also integrated directly with Azure DevOps. The next question is, so which features would you use developing multi-tier application using Azure App Service Webs as a front end and Azure SQL database as the backend? The applications should send the Azure DevOps team an email message in the event in the front end's failure to return to status quo 200. So this is one of the question you could expect frequently. Like other answer for this is application map in Azure Application Insights is the recommended option in the case as it helps the identification of performance bottlenecks. In addition, it also helps identifying the failure hotspots in different components of multi-tier applications. So every node on the map provides a representation of application, component, and related dependencies. In addition, it also provides a status of for health KPI and alerts. If you're an Azure data engineer, then also you can come across these type of questions in the interviews. We already discussed about these questions. So let me move on to the next question. So I'll read out one more time because this is one of the most frequently asked questions. So it will be a revision for you guys. So what solution would you recommend to implement the quality of code upon discovering many unused variables and empty cache blocks? So as I already discussed before, the solution is to set a run a PMD in a Maven build task. PMD is a source code analyzer and identifies common programming errors such as unusable, unnecessary object creation, and empty code blocks. In Apache Maven PMD plugin helps it automatically running the PMD code analysis tool on a project source code. The site report provides a detailed result about the errors in the code. So the next question is, so what is the difference between the continuous delivery and the continuous deployment? Answer for this is continuous delivery ensures the code can be safely deployed on a production. Continuous deployment, every change that passes the automated test is deployed to production automatically. Like a continuous delivery ensures business applications and services functions as expected, and continuous deployment makes software development and the release process faster and more robust. And continuous delivery, every change to a production like environment through the rigorous automated testing. And if it comes to continuous deployment, there is no explicit approval from a developer or and it requires a developed culture of monitoring. Let's move on to the next question. So make a comparison between DevOps and the Agile methodology. So DevOps, it's a kind of culture which helps to collaborate operations teams and the development and makes them work simultaneously. The output of the process continuously integration, testing, deployment, development, and it scans the entire life cycle of the software. Agile, it's a type of a procedure of a software which concentrates small iterative and the quickly delivery of the software and the feedback from the users. This process display the problems and the gaps between the developers and the users. Let's move on to the next question. Make a comparison between Azure DevOps Server and the services. Azure DevOps Services, it's a Microsoft service of cloud, which is a reliable and scalable and hosted services, which are available globally. Azure DevOps Server, it's a kind of on premise which is used to build the backend server of SQL. People select this option for the requirement of their daily with the new network. The main reason for the selecting it contains the requirement of SQL Server access by using Azure data and tools. They both provide the same services along with the particular advantages. These are all given as below. You can see the given below are some of the benefits of services. It easily manages the server. Its remote site are used for best connectivity. The latest features get quick access. Let's see some of the general interview questions for Azure DevOps. So how much will you rate yourself in Azure DevOps? So when you attend an interview may ask you to rate yourself in a specific technology like Azure DevOps. So it's depend on your knowledge and work experience in Azure DevOps. You just have to provide a proper rating for yourself. So if you're very confident about yourself, you can just always go ahead and provide 4 out of 5 in case if they ask you to rate out of 5. So you can just always be confident. I can say that like 4 out of 5. And if you're like think like if an average, you could always mention the 3.5, because you could also mention that if you're just like trying to learn, or you're just a beginning of for the DevOps. And if you're mentioning like 4.5 or 5, so they would expect a lot from you. So the questions will be very tough compared to the rating, which is like 3.5 or something like that. But obviously you'll get the questions whatever the interviewer wanted to ask, but something like this will help them to like realize, okay, what's your knowledge level on this. The next question, what changes did you face while working in Azure DevOps? So this question may be specific to your technology and completely depends on your past work experience. So you need to just explain the challenges are you faced related to the Azure DevOps in your project. So just go ahead and explain about any challenges which you have faced in your projects or anywhere, like maybe while learning or doing something. So if you had faced any challenge with respect to Azure DevOps, you can just provide a proper explanation. Let's see what will be the next general interview question. So what was your role in the last project related to the Azure DevOps? So it's based on your role and responsibility assigned to you, and what functionality you implemented using Azure DevOps in your project. So this question is generally asked in every interview. It's the most frequently asked interview question. You can just be prepared for this kind of question. So how much experience do you have in Azure DevOps? So here you can tell about your overall work experience on Azure DevOps. The last question will be, have you done any Azure DevOps certification or training? So it depends on the candidate. Like you, I mean, for example, if you have any Azure DevOps training or certification, and certification or trainings are not essential but good to have. If you don't have it also, that's fine, but you can just say if you have a work experience or something like that, so that will be much better. So people don't expect you to just provide the certification or something. Guys, this is all about the DevOps, Azure DevOps interview questions. And please provide me feedback about the video in the YouTube comment section. And also, if you have any questions or queries with respect to the video, you can just always post it there. And please like and comment it and share it with your friends. And thank you for listening to me. Thank you. We'll see you again with a latest video. Thank you so much.